Hi there and welcome. Today I would like to share something personal with you. It actually is a dream that I had a few years ago. So maybe this is something that you also struggle with. It was definitely a struggle that I had, and I believe the Lord spoke to me in a very specific way. And my goal with this whole video is to encourage you. Maybe it will also speak to you as it definitely did to me and encourage you on your walk with Jesus. So, this dream I had a few years back, probably 5 years ago or so, and it just happened randomly. I didn't plan it, I didn't feel like I did anything specific to cause this dream in my subconsciousness or something. Anyways, by that time, I was single. And if I would be anywhere, especially in any Christian circles or any Christian gatherings, I would definitely have my eyes open and just see if there is a single Christian guy and just ask myself, is this maybe the one? Or, what about this person? And what about that person? Maybe this is the one. So that was constantly on my mind, and I didn't really think of it as anything bad or good. And then I had this dream. So the dream was that I am somewhere and a person which I know that this man is married and that they have children and they have a happy marriage. So this person approaches me and gives me a kiss. It was just like half a second and the dream was over. Very short, very to the point, and I immediately woke up. I was so in shock. Obviously, I knew this is not from God. This cannot be from God. God would never allow anything like this. And obviously, it is also not my heart to pursue somebody who is married. So this is definitely like a red flag for me. And I was very much disturbed. This dream bothered me immediately, and I had such a heavy heart. Could not go back to sleep. It was early in the morning. I had to get up. I'd made myself a coffee. I sat down on my little sofa, and basically I couldn't even pray. I was so disturbed. Like, what was that? Why am I praying this? I never had any thoughts about this person. Why am I dreaming this? What is this? So, I even said, I even thought this is from the devil. So I thought, Lord God, you really need to help me. What is this? Please show me what you think about this. Why am I dreaming this? I don't want this to happen. I want to bless their marriage. I don't want anything bad to happen to this person. And even though I want to be married, I want it to be a godly and a healthy and a good relationship from the get-go, from the start. So with a really heavy heart and a very disturbed mind, I tried to pray and tried to figure everything out, and I felt like the Lord began to speak to me. And this is what I felt He was saying to me. In my words, I heard how come you think this is not from me? And just this really woke me up. Why, God? This is from you? You would allow this to happen? I would never think that. And then I really felt like God would continue to speak, Anna, from your perspective, you know that this person is married. You know this person, and you know his marriage, his wife, his children. But all those other people that you think about, from my perspective, they are also married. But maybe not right now, but I see them from my perspective, and I see them married. I see them being fathers. I see them having so many children, and you think of them as being single because it's just out of your tiny limited view. So this so shook me and shocked me, and I really took it to heart that the Lord didn't want me to just look around constantly and think about, oh, maybe this is somebody I will get married, and Lord, what about this guy? But to actually completely give this over to God and not even think of it. Because I would even think like, oh man, I hope this person, or rather not this person. So I had all these thoughts, and it's not like it's bad or it's a sin, but I felt the Lord just really wanted me to protect my eyes, to protect my heart, and to set all of my attention and affection to God, to Jesus Christ, and not to a man, not to something that I wish will happen. And I love it how we can allow God to also speak sharp into our lives, not just like I love you and I affirm you and I care for you, and it's all true, but it says in the Bible that those who are children of God, the Lord will rebuke them, and he will like his children, he will discipline them. And I very, very much felt disciplined in this area of my life, and I actually really loved it at the end that God gave me just a tiny glimpse of his perspective on this situation, that he sees us not in our day and time, but outside of time. He already knows you will be married. He already knows who you will be in a few years or in 20 years. And I love that he wants us to look from his perspective and to allow him to give us his view over certain things. So I hope this encourages you. I hope that maybe there is an area in your life where you really just see with your eyes and not further. But I want to encourage you to ask God how he sees a certain situation in your life, and to really entrust wherever you have any doubts or worries or any fears, that you really put it in an invisible envelope and give it to God, and don't take it back unless he gives it to you. And so this was my dream, which shocked me, but at the end I figured, wow, actually God can speak through this as well. I have so many dreams. I dream almost every single day, probably every second day, definitely. And there's a lot of things that are just not from God, which are emotional, or my brain is just working on different things, and we can pray about it. We can pray and seek God's guidance that he will show. And in this particular situation, God really showed me, or I felt like God explained it to me so well so that I could understand it, and then not just that, but actually take it into my everyday life and help me and guide me as a good father would do, to sit us down and to show us something, and to mirror what we do and to tell us, hey, like, look, this is a better way. I love how the Lord is just such a good Father and how we can trust Him in every single area of our lives. Be encouraged, dear friend, and God bless you.